Our next award is the Businessperson of the Year. If there's anything Investar Bank President and CEO John D'Angelo has learned over the years, it's that patience pays off. His younger days in the financial services industry marked D'Angelo as much of a risk taker, quicker to jump into new things without giving much thought to the potential consequences of his actions. But as many of us have learned the hard way, impatience can spawn setbacks. I was speeding through life, John remembers. The chief credit officer at Hibernia told me, you need to get some more gray hair or more experience. At that time, I didn't quite get that, but today I completely understand. I think his wife has helped him learn patience too. Do you remember when Investar first opened in 2006? It was 5 employees operating out of a trailer on Perkins Road. And it came when starting up a new bank kind of ran counter to trends that time. That year, mergers and acquisitions had hit a 5-year high as we approached the 2007 financial crisis. So unusual doesn't really begin to describe it. As John recalls, one guy came in and said, I want to put my money in here, but I'm afraid you're going to put wheels on this trailer and take off with my money. But with John's entrepreneurial spirit, patience and experience, and as he quickly reminded us, a dedicated team and the culture that they have built, Investar has established itself into a financial powerhouse. Today, it is a nationally chartered bank, Coursey Boulevard headquartered with 350 employees spread across 29 branch locations in 3 states. At the end of this first quarter this year, Investar had a total assets of $2.2 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, the man with the vision and our business person of the year, Mr. John D'Angelo.
Julio and Rolf made it very clear to me, keep this short, so I timed it 100 times. I think I have it. I only stand here today before you because of God and encouragement from many people. It takes a village, and I have a great one. My story begins as an American dream 15 years ago. It started when I came home and told my wife, Kathy, that I was going to quit my job. And Kathy said, John, what are you going to do? And I said, Kathy, we're going to start a bank. And she said, well, how do you start a bank? And I said, Kathy, I don't know, but we're going to figure this out. And she said, well, what does it mean exactly to us? And I said, well, we're going to live off of our savings for the next 12 months. At the end of 12 months, we're going to take every penny we have left and we're going to plow it into this new company that we're going to start. And by the way, we have to quit the country club and we're going to eat a lot of red beans and rice. It was a risk, a huge risk. We had 2 young children, Sophia and Chloe, and we were pregnant from Macy. But Kathy was unwavering. From the very beginning, from the time I went home and told her of my dream, she was unwavering toward making it a reality. There were many times when I wavered. There were many times when I was scared, disappointed, frustrated, worried. But every time when I'd come home, she'd lift me up, dust me off, and send me on my way. You know why? Kathy's a strong woman. She's a great wife and a wonderful mother. I love you. Thank you, Kathy. My children, they're smart. They're beautiful. They give me encouragement in other ways. They ask me things like, Daddy, are we bigger than JP Morgan Chase yet? No, not yet. Daddy, can you Venmo me money? And the reason they want me to do that is they want to make sure that the money supply is strong. So I continue to do that for them. Sophia, I love you. Chloe, I love you. Macy, I love you. And John Jules, I love you. The Fab Four, the first 4 employees at Investar Bank. Holly Hidalgo, Rachel Churko, Justin DeKaiser, and Kay Hughes. Holly was my second call after I talked to Kathy. And I said, Holly, what do you think about starting a bank in Baton Rouge? And Holly said, John, I'll start tomorrow. I said, well, no, yeah, not yet, but, but she was encouraging and has always been to me. My work wife, Patrice. Patrice has followed me to 3 different companies. Can you imagine that? She has the patience of Job. Thank you, Patrice, for everything that you do for us. Our executive management team, Travis, Ryan, Dane, Tom. and Renee. They're a dream team. My board members, we have a couple here tonight, Bill Hidalgo, Tom Besselman, and Don Joffrion. They're mentors, they're partners, they're friends. I can't imagine a journey without them. They love me and they love the company. My support group, and for all of you young entrepreneurs here tonight, I would tell you a support group is golden. Mine consists of Chris Huff, our CFO, my brother from another mother, Julio, my friend, my brother, Leonard D'Angelo, who happens to be here tonight from New Orleans, and my mother, who is 87 years old and could not be here tonight because of the pandemic. They are my moral compass. They keep me focused. They have the courage to say yes. They have the courage to say no to me, and I need that, and it's a blessing. My spiritual leader and friend, Father Cleo. Father Cleo is there AM, PM, noon, night, morning, whatever I need him, he is there. He is a great friend to me. And for the record, just a side note, Father Cleo has blessed every one of our branches since we started the bank, with the exception of one. That one had death, plague, sickness. We sold it. We had to get rid of it because he didn't bless it. So going forward, Father Cleo blesses every one of our branches, and that's why they're successful and profitable. And last but not least, my old friend Bobby Freeman. Bobby Freeman was a former board member. Bobby had called me to the hospital along with his family, and he said, "John, I need to talk to you." It was the last time I spoke with Bobby. Bobby told me two things that have stayed with me since. And he said, "John, always be true to yourself." And he said, "Always give the successes to others." And I'll say this, so tonight, I accept this reward on behalf of all the Investor employees, all the Investor employee families, and my support group who make me who I am. Thank you.